Trustee Lawson. Trustee Lawson. Trustee May.
Present.
Trustee Perry asked for excused absence. He's at a funeral. Trustee Reed.
Here.
Trustee Stone.
Present.
Trustee Washington. Trustee Washington. Trustee White. Trustee White. Chair Harper, we have 6 members present. We don't have a quorum.
Okay. And to clarify, when this meeting was scheduled, did the majority of the board confirm that today was a good day and time to host a meeting?
That is correct.
Okay. So our first order of business today is to hear comments from the public. Each person recognized for the purpose of public comment shall limit his or her comments to agenda items currently before the board. The speaker shall give his or her name and shall limit their remarks to 3 minutes. All remarks shall be addressed to the board as a body and not to any member thereof, nor to any members of the audience. Mr. Thompson, did anyone request to make public comments?
Chair Harper, there were no public comments.
Okay, thank you. So the first agenda item that was noticed for this meeting is the executive search firm selection process in order to support the presidential search and selection process. Because there is no quorum, unfortunately, we cannot move forward with this agenda item. It's extremely disappointing that today was scheduled as the time when the board was available, and there is not a quorum to be able to move forward with this important action item. Therefore, that will also continue to delay the process of the presidential search and selection process. Because during the September board meeting, this board made a determination that the board wanted to make the decision on the executive search firm that would support the presidential search and selection process. The firms that were identified through the competitively procured pre-qualified list have joined today's meeting and are available to answer questions. However, because we do not have a quorum, we will not be able to move forward with this agenda item, nor take any action relative to this topic, as well as the second topic, which is the charge. During the September board meeting, as well as during the retreat, this board talked about what we envision in a president of Florida A&M University. And based on that information, and based on BOG Regulation 1.002, a charge was developed for this board to review and take action on. I know that special meetings are not our favorite thing to do. And I want to let you know that prior to today, there were 6 special meetings for this board. 5 of those meetings were related to employment and personnel actions. 3 of those were related to athletics. 2 of those were related to the selection and appointment and contract approval of the interim president. And the 6th was related to the major donor gift. So I don't like special meetings any more than you do. And I'm extremely disappointed that we're not able to move forward today and that we will have to take action at some other time. Is there any conversation that needs to be had before we move to the information item? And I do apologize to the firms who are on the call, who have carved out their time to be here with us so that we could make a decision.
No comments. Can we proceed?
So we will move forward with the information item. This information item is intended to provide an update on the report of bonuses paid to FAMU employees during the fiscal year 2023-2024. This is an information item purely for discussion, and the information will be passed along to the Board of Governors. VP Brown will present the information. You are recognized.
Good morning. Thank you, Chair Harper, and greetings to members of the board and President Beard. Pursuant to Section 1012.978 Florida statutes and to Board of Governors Regulation 9.015, the President is required to submit to the Board of Trustees a report of bonuses paid annually. This report includes the President's certification affirming that all bonuses paid during the fiscal year were dispersed from the university's approved budget. A statement of the total amount of dispersed during the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024 was provided as a copy in your materials. Be advised that this report will also be forwarded to the Board of Governors for their annual review. Since the sources of funds were previously approved by this board, there is no action required today. This concludes the presentation of this information item, and I will be happy to entertain any questions.
Are there any questions? Seeing none, we will take this as an information item. It does not require any action from the board. Is there any additional business that needs to come before the board? There being none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Hey, listen. Okay, let me say something real quick, because I usually just let these things rock out and stuff like that. First of all, for anybody from FAMU like, oh my gosh, you got anyone you always putting our business out there? Sorry. Listen, I get approached to put these things on, okay? People reach out to me. People say, hey, Scotty, can you put this on? Because a lot of them, they are not on replay, right? Like you cannot go back and watch this stuff. So that's why a lot of people ask me to put it on my channel. So if they miss the meeting, they can go back and watch them, right? That's number one. Number two, if that was not the most disinterested board meeting, Otis Klatt didn't even look at I think he probably looked at the camera like 2 times. Like, I do not know what is going on with this FAMU board. I don't know. I think people are, listen, I'm just gathering information in my mind. I'm coming up with my own opinion, my own thoughts. I have no rhyme or reason. From what I see, it looks like people don't care. Or something in the board is shifted so that there's animosity somewhere. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's just animosity somewhere. And to me, if everybody agreed to be there and meet at this time, and you don't show up, and there's a death or whatever, I'm cool with the death. That's the death, death is death. But if you don't have a substantial reason for not showing up, there should be punishment to that. Should there not be? If a president doesn't do their job and the board comes, then there's a punishment for that. And if we've learned anything about the overall arcing space of HBCU, especially from what VP Brown said in his faculty address, accountability is just lacking across the board. Can we say that? Like, accountability is lacking across the landscape. And this is what kills me, right? When I bring stuff like this up and say, yo, accountability is bad, or nobody wants to be held accountable. Everybody wants big jobs, but nobody wants to be held accountable. I'm the bad guy. And then people start bringing up, well, Scott, this happens in PWI space. I don't give 2 craps. And what frustrates me even more is we all Black. And we've all gone through the situation of our parent. And you're like, well, my friend, his mom lets him eat candy at night. I don't give a damn what your friend do. In this house, we don't eat candy at night. So it's funny that Every black person on here has heard from their mom, I don't give a damn what little Timmy does down the street. If little Timmy jumped off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge? We've all been caught with that question. So it's funny to me how when we're in an HBCU space and we want to separate ourselves, then when it comes to accountability, you want to look across the fence and say, well, the white people don't do that. Well, the white people don't. Well, the white guys have the same problem. Come on, man. Like, fix your own grass. Cultivate your own grass. Cultivate your own lawn. It's not about what the PWIs is or are not doing. It is about what you're holding yourself to a standard for. And what is your standard in your home, at your institution, at your university, across the landscape of HBCU? What is your standard? So listen, y'all know I've been off of Miss Puff for a while. Okay? She shouldn't be the board chair anymore. She should have left with her line sister, her Rora. Whatever they call it. Both of them jokers should have been going at the same time. OBG and the board chair. I've been out on Miss Puff. I don't know how this woman the board chair. It's not even about being a woman. It ain't even no misogyny in that, so don't even hit me with that. It's got ain't anybody no misogyny. So, that's it, right? So I got a little time. So 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock Central. The breakdown's coming. Mike be here. No Diddy. Mike, me and Mike breaking down the battle for the East. All right, listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm a holla. God bless.